Hello, hello, hello. My name's Joe.
And I'm Jordan.
And this is Double Trouble Features.
Ooh.
Oh, the weekly podcast where we talk about all things movies, television, and just what's on these damn screens. How you doing, Jordan?
You know what? It's MLK weekend. And I'm doing good. It's one of my favorite weekends of the year.
Mine
actually.
too.
Because we all come back from work after Jan 1st. And then we're like, Jesus Christ, this sucks. And then 3-day weekend. Love it.
Thanks, Dr. King.
Yeah. But we might not have your holiday for that much longer, though.
Yeah, I was like, Indigenous Peoples Day is out.
Yeah,
like,
so you know we're trying to keep you along.
I was like, we're gonna be lucky to keep Juneteenth this year.
Yeah, God, that is so true. I didn't even think of that.
I think we still have it because they tried to take it away once, and it got like it was these white liberals. You're not taking away their. All of a sudden, unions start popping out. It's everyone's apparently a Democrat all of a sudden once you start taking days away.
Yeah, no, literally somebody was like, "Hey, we have way too many days off," and then they made executive orders to make multiple other days off. And I was just like, that doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, instead of talking about politics, we're going to talk about traitor politics. Dun, 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 dun.
These bitches be voting. They be whipping votes. They be whipping votes.
One in particular person be whipping votes.
Ooh, phrasing on this weekend.
And that person...
Why is it called that? Now that I'm thinking about it, why is it called whipping votes?
Yeah, like the House whip, you know?
Ooh.
Yeah. And I know, right?
That's fun.
But yeah, no, so we're going to talk about Traitors episodes 4 and 5. Getting juicy right now. And then we're going to talk about a couple movies. But first, let's get started. Okay, Joe, again, I always ask you these questions before we talk about, our movies and TV shows.
Yes.
But this is a legit question.
Mm-hmm.
If you are poor in the slums, rent due, baby insurance due, everything's due, would you stick your life out to win $1 billion to play a game that you're most likely going to die in?
I'm not going to lie. I would probably become a prostitute first. Like, I'd try that route before I...
But nobody paying... Like, let's be honest. The price for dick is very low.
It's not that I would be selling.
Yeah. Cheeks. Sorry. Yeah.
And I think you would be surprised. I think you would be very surprised how much people are willing to pay for that.
Ooh. Really?
Yeah.
I actually would be surprised.
Yeah, you would. Like, here's the thing. It's like, I do value my life. I know I pretend like I don't a lot of the times, usually when I'm sad. But
yeah. Yes.
But
when there's not light outside.
Yeah, when there's not light. There's a lot of outside today. But yeah, no, I probably like this. It would have to be my last resort.
Hey, you're on your last leg. Your cheeks are ran through and can't take it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd have to at that point, and that's kind of the point.
Yeah, no,
is that you have to.
So, what movie did you watch?
So I just watched the new movie Running Man, starring Glenn Powell and Coleman Domingo, and
Coleman Domingo is. I need more roles with him.
He's so hot.
I need more of everything with him.
He's just a beautiful man with
taste.
Taste. He is just he's just got all the juice, all the sauce. Like, you don't have to.
I bet you his parties are great. Like him and his husband, I bet you throw the best parties ever.
Coleman Domingo deserves the career we gave Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he's like,
what has Neil done?
Yeah, where's he at?
Yeah.
All of
How
you.
I Met Your Mother. Boom. After that, like
he came out of the closet, threw a few dinner parties, and everyone was like, "Great, make them billionaires." Okay. Yeah. I just recently rewatched Beastly, and I forgot Neil Patrick Harris in that, and that was a jump scare.
Oh man.
But no. So Running Man, it is a movie about a man. It's a little different from the original because in the original he was like. criminals who were getting put through this. And
I've seen the original.
And he was like falsely accused. I've seen the original too. It's been a long time, but I've seen it. But like, and he was like falsely accused and like forced into this and all this stuff. Little bit different for this. For this, it's very much everybody's poor. Everybody's poor. It's like
I am poor.
There is nothing they can do. There's this man, I forget his name in the movie. Who fucking cares? Glenn Powell. Like, honestly, who cares? But Glenn Powell, and in it, he is, a man down on his luck. He's stuck his neck out a few times at work trying to make conditions better, but that, you know what the squeaky wheel gets in an authoritarian government? Fired. And so he was fired and blacklisted from every job he's had because he tried to be like, hey, they have radiation. There's this. And like, there's this whole thing where like, he was the only one of his people who had a kid because
we do not like unions trying to stick up for us.
Yes. And so he got blackballed for being a whistleblower to unions that he wasn't even a part of. And so this whole thing, baby's sick, has like 100 and something degree temperature, has been sick all week. They're like still taking places for the Running Man, which in this universe you sign up for. And it's like a reality TV show type situation. Yeah. And so it's very interesting to me seeing how this like process takes place and all of this stuff and how they select it, because you have to try out. You have to go to the network building and try out. Yes.
Isn't Josh Brolin it?
Yes, he is the head of the network.
Yeah.
And so he's the head of the network, and he really likes Glenn Powell. He's like, he has what it takes. And Glenn Powell's whole thing is that he's really angry, and he's mad. He's mad, and he's pissed off. And that's how he talks the whole fucking time. He's like, you fucking shit eaters. Like, that's
just a mad guy.
Just a mad, angry man, which I get it because, his baby's sick. His wife has to go work double shifts as a waitress. But there seems to be some kind of innuendo that if you go to this place, you can also like get sex out of the waitresses if you pay them enough because they're so desperate.
Oh, so his wife is
she swears she ain't tricking, but everyone thinks she tricking. So what was interesting about this is, Josh Brolin's like, you're amazing. You can win this because of that anger, because of that drive. You can do this. And he's like, okay, do that. And then they have the 5 hunters, and the hunters are the ones going after them. And so then any kind of like so you have 30 days, and you just have 30 days.
Survive. You
have to make it to the end. Yeah. You have to record on a tape for like 10 minutes every day and send it in. If you don't send in the video, you're not able to win because they need their stuff. So he like goes out and he's like on his little adventure, and he's like trying to hide from people, and action, blah, 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 all this stuff.
Michael Cera.
But then, he comes up later. But then he meets like some other people before he even gets to Michael Cera. He meets some other people who are like, oh, well, I can do this, I can do that. But if you report someone to the hunters, and the hunters come in and kill them, you get a $10,000 reward.
So, I really, really understand the premise of Running Man. Are you snitching?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm snitching too.
That's $10,000 that I don't even have to, just as long as
you signed up for this, knowing this could happen.
So what's interesting about this though is how they talk about the runners and how because even though they're like signing up for this and doing all this stuff, they get up there, and Coleman Domingo, I truly feel like Coleman Domingo is the only one who like knew what kind of movie he was in.
Yeah.
Because he was sitting up there and he's like, these vermin, these 3, because there's 3, there are 3 running men. He's like, these vermin, they think that they're better than working. They think they're better than you. They think that they get to just come up here.
Smart.
They think they get to just come up here and win $1 billion.
Propaganda right there.
Just because, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And so he ramps the people up against these people, and even shows he's like, this man, he's here because he can't hold down a job, because he's selling trade secrets to unions that he's not even a part of. His wife is a whore. He has a sick baby at home, and look at where he is. Look at where he is. He's up here on this stage instead of taking care of his sick baby at home and working like a real man. So they like dig into him. And so that obviously he's like, I'm crazy. I'm going to fucking blow up this. And so then Glenn Powell's like, I'm going to blow up this building and everyone in it. Which goes well for the ratings or whatever. But then when he's like out and about, he's meeting people and people are helping him because people don't like the network. They don't like what's going on because the network is really what's running everything. The network
sounds like something that, you know, it's kind of happening in real life.
They're killing people. And what's crazy is they'll go into a building. They were chasing him down, blew a building the fuck up, killed a bunch of civilians. Who'd they blame? Him. They said he blew it up.
Smart.
He killed all these civilians. He killed a hunter who's like one of the famous people.
He's probably an immigrant too.
But like what's really interesting about this movie to me that like I don't necessarily jive with is that when big budget blockbusters happen about authority and like specifically like an evil network in place that controls everything.
And you're specifically talking about Paramount
because I watched this on Paramount, which is really weird to me because they just tried to do like a hostile takeover of Netflix. And the reason that they wanted to is because they have such close ties within the current administration that they knew it would just be passed through the SEC.
And then they would have control over CNN. Because that's the main difference between the Netflix deal and the Paramount deal.
Sorry, yeah. They wanted to take over Warner Brothers. Sorry for your phrasing. Yeah. They wanted to beat out Netflix to take over Warner Brothers.
And Warner Brothers with Netflix, it was just all of Warner Brothers. They didn't want I don't even think they want Food Network. And they wanted to separate everything out.
Yeah.
And just take over the Warner Brothers movie section. While Paramount's like, no, give us everything.
Give us everything, and we'll pay. And then like even to the point where when Warner Brothers said no, Paramount, we don't want you, they tried to go around their backs and get the shareholders and the board on deck, so that way they
cash offer.
That way they could get
just like Succession.
That way they could get like Succession. But like that's the thing is like when you have a company making moves like that in the public eye and then putting out movies specifically targeting them, and I'm like, Glenn Powell tried his best, but his whole thing was that like I'm an angry white man, and like it just didn't come across necessarily as sincere as you would necessarily want it to be. And I think it would come across very differently from like, because here's the thing, it did have big explosions, it had huge theatricality, and like it was very interesting in that, right? But it almost made it like the Running Man itself, like the activity itself was the important part, not the fact that we are trying to go against these like
evil
corporations in the world who are making everyone poorer.
Do you think it would hit more if, you know, the main character was a person of color?
Probably.
Or maybe an immigrant or something
probably,
like that.
And maybe that's why it felt like Coleman Domingo was the only, because he was the only black man in the movie. I mean, there were a couple, but main characters. Yeah. And I think maybe it would have, just because like. But then again, like it kind of did paint it in the light as like, look at this worthless piece of shit white man who like thinks he's too good when he's having a hard time too. And his wife was black. He had a mixed baby. So
here's my thing about like, I really think in like roles like this, when people are supposed to be like down in the dumps, poor, I really hate like when you cast a person like Glenn Powell. Like nothing wrong with Glenn Powell. It's just like he's too pretty, too like kind of like
he looks like he went to UT Austin and never had a single student loan.
Yes, like give me somebody who I really could feel that, oh, you got out the mud.
Yeah,
like, and that's why you got this role. Like,
like Glenn Powell is hot, tall, strong.
Who's the Indian in Life of Pi, who's much older now?
Dev Patel?
Yes. I will love Dev Patel.
I mean,
to play that role, to be Running Man, because he also wants to be in action movies as well.
And I mean, he kind of just like recently did
Monkey Man.
Yeah, that one. That's the one I was thinking about. But no, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like it just coming from Glenn Powell, it just didn't feel. It did. I will say it did make it feel like reality television. But here's the thing: when you're doing something that's making fun of reality television on a network where RuPaul's Drag Race is your biggest property right now, it feels
Landman.
I meant like
I'm just
reality
messing with
TV,
you.
but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The Challenge, Survivor, like when reality TV is one of your biggest moneymakers, because it is one of CBS's biggest moneymakers.
Yes,
But you're making fun of reality TV, and so like it's such a weird place to be in and a headspace to be in, because like it's and like how I feel about. Like, I mean, like with Toy Story and like the Toy Story 5 and how it's going to be against the iPads. But what are all those kids going to be watching this movie on? They're fucking iPads. I don't like, it's one of those, it's like, you're like, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to get what you're going for, but like it's not translating correctly.
I think you're just too smart, and you just need to dumb your life down and hey, man, run away from bad guys.
Yeah,
just think that. Just think that.
I guess I'm just.
And that would have been a 10 out of 10 movie.
And I guess it's just like, as a true conspiracy theorist watching this movie, I'm like, no, this is what's happening. Like, but like, that's the point. That is what's happening. But like, are we going to learn anything from this? No. Because nobody saw the movie because it was kind of boring.
Yeah. So what'd you give it? What did you give it?
I'd give it a 6. It did its job for the most part, but
wouldn't watch it again.
It didn't stick the landing. No, unless I was like showing it to someone, like I'm not going to go back and rewatch it.
Okay. Well,
also, if you saw the trailer, you saw the movie.
That was my thing. I saw the trailer way too many times where I was just like, okay, I kind of really, really get it now.
Well, and I've kind of gotten to the point where I start taking notice of like when we stop seeing clips from the trailer in the movie. And it was like a good like hour in that we were like, we were still getting some clips from the trailer. And I was like, Diva.
Yeah, trailers are starting to ruin it. Like,
well, and now there's like teases for trailers and teaser trailers and trailer 1 and
Disney.
action trailer. Like
Disney.
We need 1 good trailer, maybe 2. But yeah, I mean, the trailer drops they have for Doomsday, which is still over a year away.
Yeah, no. Super Bowl.
Shut up.
Can't wait. Cannot wait for the trailer.
Ugh.
Joe, do you believe in love?
Not lately.
Yeah. No, I understand that. Okay. I just want, based off this premise alone, I want to see what your answer is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You marry love of your life, beautiful man. Okay? You're only married for about, let's say, 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
He dies. Then, eventually you remarry. You spend 65 years with this next person. And so you also die, after 65 years.
I fucking hope so.
Okay. So does your second husband. And you then get to choose. Heaven is not a real thing. Hell's not a real thing. You get to choose whatever you want to do for the rest of eternity. But you can choose who you want to spend the rest of eternity with. Do you choose your first love, or do you choose the person that you've been with for over 65 years?
And I can't have both.
Cannot have both.
This is very monogamy coded. If there's no heaven and hell, I'm getting both.
It is very okay, so
I was like, there's a problem. I was like, if there's no heaven and no hell.
Here's the thing. You technically could have both, but they don't want to do both.
Selfish.
It's my eternity. So yeah, that is selfish. I don't want to spend eternity with your ex or your husband, your current husband. Like,
I'm going with whoever would because because he loves me. That means he actually loves me and doesn't want to just own me.
Oh my God.
You didn't think this would get feminist real quick, did you?
You know what? No.
I was like, because in this whole scenario, this is just like very clear black and white lines, and that's not how the world works. Which I guess is what this movie is about.
Yeah. So, the movie I'm talking about is called Eternity. Stars Elizabeth Olsen and Miles Teller. And the first thing you see, they're old in a car, doing, the things you do with your partner, talk, kind of bicker a little bit here and there. And then Miles Teller's old self chokes on a pretzel, falls and dies.
Ooh,
And
I might have to choose out the other guy just from that cringy.
Yeah, that is kind of.
You choked on a pretzel.
That's kind of an ick,
girl. You better be able to swallow more than that.
But
if you want to stay with, you want to stay with me forever. You better be able to.
70 or 80
you want to stay with me forever. You better be able to swallow more than a goddamn pretzel,
bro. Have you talked to an 80-year-old? They cannot swallow that well.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna find out tonight.
I was like, I've met some gentlemen of a different age. They seem fine.
So in this afterlife, you turn into the happiest moment of your life. So you look exactly how you looked in that moment. And so Miles Teller is like, like a normal, like 30-year-old in this movie. And so he's like freaking out. What's going on? Like, what is the afterlife? And so the premise is, hey, in this kind of middle area, you have a week to figure out what do you want to do for the rest of eternity. There is all these different scenarios that you can kind of do. If you want to go in space, you can go in space. If you want to do ancient Rome, you can do ancient Rome. If you want to do like, the 90s, but no racism, you can do that. Like you can live whatever kind of.
But you have to do like that one thing for eternity.
Once you pick an eternity, you're stuck in that eternity.
That sounds, and you're only going to give me a week? Yeah. This is hell.
Basically what happens is Miles Teller's like freaking out. He's like, where's my wife? Where's my wife? And he's like, well, my wife has cancer, so like I'm going to wait out my wife. A week goes by. She's not dead. And he's like, fuck. And so
really banking on that cancer.
Yeah. So basically in this, if you don't choose, you're basically stuck in this middle realm where you work and you can work for all eternity. He meets this guy who's a bartender because he hasn't chosen like an eternity to do.
This is a horror movie.
Yeah. And so he's like, fuck it. He gives his afterlife coordinator, who is played by Devon, who is amazing in this movie. He gives her a note to give to his wife once he dies. And he's going to Beach World. As he's going down the escalator, he sees his wife. She finally died after a week.
Damn.
Goes up to her, like, oh my God, like, hey babe, I've missed you, like I'm ready to spend all eternity with you and things like that. And then all of a sudden the bartender comes up and he's like, I've been waiting 67 years for you. What happened was he went to war and died. And then she's like, I've been thinking about you every single day.
I really want to see this movie.
I'm not going to lie. There's some sexy lines that you're like, oh my God.
You're just like,
if somebody said this to me, yes.
Panties on the floor.
Yes, exactly. And he's like, and she's like, I didn't remember you being this hot. Like, it's played by Callum Turner. He does look good in this movie. If you're really attracted to him.
I'm having a problem here. So if you don't die with your partner, they could just move on without you and you would never have any idea where they went.
Correct.
And they might be like, hey, by the way, your husband went to Beach World, but you think I'm going to let my husband decide the rest of eternity for me? You get fucked.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why it's like, and that's why they kind of stress of like, hey, think about yourself. And this is because it's the rest of eternity. And so then it goes back to, okay, I've already spent 65 years with one person. Do I want to spend the rest of eternity with that person? Or do I want to try the person that I didn't have that much time with, but my love? Because the crazy thing is her happiest moment, the age and the way she looks, was with him. Oh boy. So
this is giving me like kind of San Junipero vibes from Black Mirror.
Yeah, kind of.
I like just without the technology of it all, but like that story wrecked me.
Yeah,
like I mean,
so again, it's what is, and I think the movie really kind of battles with like what is like love, like what does love, because and at least my experience, being married and growing up is there's just different stages.
Yeah.
Like my 20-year-old self is not the same as my 30-year-old self, which I hope to God is not the same as my 40, 50, 70-year-old. Like you grow differently, you know, as a person. And also, like, your love is different.
Well,
like the same passionate, hey, we're having, sex every night and like blah, blah, this.
That's a middle schooler's version of love. Like,
but now you're 50. It's like, hey, babe, like, love you, kiss goodnight, roll over. And like, doesn't mean that like this is more
or less,
love than the other. It's just you're in different stages of like your love that has evolved.
And you kind of have to think about it. Like, this is an extreme version, but it's like that phrase. It's like, aren't you glad you didn't end up with the person you were with at 20 years old? Or aren't you glad you didn't end up with the person you were at 16 years old?
Jesus, yes.
Because like back then, like it was so life or death. We all like what we think of as love. This is going to sound so like contrived in a little bit, but like what we think of as love as like adults and like when you're in your 30s is so different than what you think about it when you're like 20 and like even like 18. Because like I always make the joke is like I've never really like been like in love except for like some like puppy love bullshit in like high school. But like now as an adult, like I really don't even really consider that quote unquote love.
Yeah, no, I thought I was truly, truly in love. Like I was at a point where like I saw a future with some of these people. And now like I'm just like, bro, like that's wild because none of those feelings come close to where I'm at right now with my wife. Like it's not even night and day. It's different universes. And like so, but the difference is
she was married to him.
She was married to him and it got cut off.
Yeah.
Not because we broke up. It's because he went to war and died.
And you're always thinking about the what ifs.
It's always the what if. And it's like, do you go the rest of eternity thinking what if?
And also that just sucks for old boy who just died. And he's like, now I gotta like fight my wife's ex.
One of the biggest things is that kind of like makes him think. It's like right before he died, he was talking about kids with her, and then they had 65 years, so they had kids, grandkids, and stuff like that. And he's like, damn, like she's like, oh, does it hurt me talking about it? He's like, yeah, it does kind of hurt, but like that's because like I always envisioned us having this life. Yeah. And I'm happy and glad you got to live it, but it's just like, damn, I always wanted, our kids. I always wanted us to have kids and us to. And so it truly is. It's like, which one do you pick?
Yeah, this is. What do you mean? There's no heaven or hell? This is hell. This is literally.
Or here's a real option. You don't have to pick. And you can just say, hey, I'm just going to do me.
That's probably what I would end up doing at the end of the day. Because knowing me and the men I choose, things would get toxic real quick. And I'd be like, you know what? Out.
No, because I'm not going to lie. There's definitely one
point.
That's
what I'd be doing now.
There's one point where I definitely think it is like my wife is the main character. I think I'm Miles Teller. And there's one point where there's a random girl who also like a neighbor who died exactly around the same time as them. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm like, yeah, my husband died. That's definitely nowhere near my happiest moment. My happiest moment was the 3 months after he died. I went off to Paris and I went full lesbian and it was amazing. It's just I couldn't come back home and let the kids know that. And so like she's like now I'm in my happiest form. She's like, I'm about to go to Paris. But like it was like it's not 90s Paris. It was like 30s Paris before Nazis Germany invaded and stuff like that. And so, but there's no Nazis. There's no such thing as Nazis or anything in this. And then she's like, do you just want to come with me and not choose? And I was just like, I was like, my wife, I looked at her and I was like, oh, you would easily probably just leave off with your friend instead of me. You'd be like, yeah, I'd rather spend eternity with my best friend instead of
in Paris.
you know.
Yeah, that sounds. I'm sorry, that sounds amazing. I was like, it sounds way better than whatever you got cooked up. We're gonna go to the beach. Go to the beach.
Yeah, no,
fucking really thought that one through. You had the entire universe at your fingertips, and your first thought was the beach.
Yeah. His is like, hey babe, do you remember? You know, we've been talking about taking that vacation. Well, guess what? We can just go to the beach forever. It's like
this is what men think. God, no.
Straight man logic. No, it's a great movie. Actually, I did cry. I think especially like when you have that person, you know, in your life, you can like really kind of like.
Oh, good. So I won't cry.
Relate to like what does eternity really truly mean? Of like love. And I give it a solid 8. I think. No, probably 7. Definitely 7.
We're gonna go 7.5 on that.
Yeah,
one.
there's nothing crazy about this movie. None of the acting's crazy or anything. The premise is just really well done, and I enjoyed it. There's one scene that Elizabeth Olsen, she did amazing in. That you really did kind of feel.
She's just a good actress.
She is a good actress, especially when you can play Scarlet Witch going crazy. Great. But
it doesn't feel cheesy.
Yeah, exactly. And so like I really enjoyed the movie. I think everybody should watch this movie. It's a really good movie. It's not out on anything yet. It was in theaters, and so I give it a solid 7 though.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this to come out on streaming because I've been waiting for it.
I love good rom-coms, man. Again, not romance TV shows, but I love romance movies.
I don't know. This doesn't sound like a comedy at all.
He's like, this sounds like hell to me.
It sounds like a horror movie. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I've seen horror movies with less horrifying premises.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, there's just no... Choices is what scares you.
Yeah.
Traitors. How was that?
I think you're a traitor.
Decent.
I think you're a traitor.
Again, okay, so
I think you're a traitor.
Would you prefer to be a traitor or faithful?
That's really hard.
I think being a faithful is more fun than a traitor.
I think more fun.
Yeah,
really.
I love
trying to figuring
out like.
See, I think being a traitor would be more fun, but I do think I'd be better as a faithful.
Yeah, I think
I'd get too greedy with it.
I think I'm like a Dylan Efron. I think that's who I am.
I know that's who you think you are.
Yeah. Oh, who do you think I am? You think I'm Iran?
Kinda.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I would shoot my shot.
No, you would shoot your shot and you'd miss, and you'd miss so hard, and everyone be like, and that's the thing is like, to be honest,
Ron's done nothing wrong.
He just opened his mouth too early.
Yeah, he was like, but here's the thing: he had facts. He did have facts.
He did have
Portia
facts.
did say all those things.
She really did.
Yeah. So,
but then my problem was, and then and this is why
it's the loathing part that like.
This is why I also think that you're a little bit Ron, is because you're like, okay, I need to lay low again. Straight back to making accusations. Straight back to making accusations to their face, not at the round table.
Hey, no, that was wild with what's her name?
Was it Tiffany?
No, it wasn't Tiffany. It was starts with a D. The blonde hair chick. She's a housewife.
Dorinda. Yes.
Yeah. No, he was like, I think it's you.
He thought it was him, her, and Michael.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, Dorinda, I think you're a traitor. Traitor says what?
Anyway, so we already talked about episodes 1 through 3. Now we're going to talk about episodes 4 and 5. And starting off with 4, we found out who got killed, and it was Caroline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she said, "I will see you somewhere, probably BravoCon,"
no,
and Lisa Brennan just goes, "No, probably not."
Oh my god, I was dying. I was dying so hard.
I also
She's just like, fuck you.
I had no idea that they're like, go back to Dubai, and I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was just like, is that an insult even? Like,
I was like, I mean, only if you understand that Dubai has slaves.
Yeah. But you're a real housewife in Dubai. So
yeah,
like,
so you definitely have slaves.
Yeah, but you're not the slave, so.
I think the insult is
very gray area. Anyway,
I don't know if I don't know, Jordan. Is there a gray area on slavery all of a sudden?
Okay, so anyway, Dorinda's gone. They go to the round table, and we're just all trying to figure out who done it, who they kill. The crazy thing was, Lisa actually being right about what was happening. You know, Colton kind of clocked it a little bit by just saying, maybe she's seen it like multiple times, but I definitely think. Killing her is the right move.
Well, and then, yes, absolutely, because like nobody was suspecting her.
No.
And then what made it kind of crazy was at breakfast the next morning, Lisa giving more details than Ron.
Yes.
And so now everyone's on Ron's ass. And I know, and like, not to be like, that would be you because you remember those details.
No facts.
Facts. I was like, that's why I'm like, you're like, he is kind of giving a little bit of.
No, you're Johnny.
I'm fine with that. Johnny's doing great these episodes.
Just one episode. He found something.
Yeah, and yeah, he's doing great.
Yeah.
Doing more than Ron.
He adds nothing to the round table.
Doing more than Ron, defending his baby boy Colton.
Yeah.
Against
That's
evil
true.
Michael.
That's true.
Evil Michael.
But anyway, so they do the challenge where they have to find whatever, blah blah blah, and pick up who has shields and let's take them away from people. And that's when Michael Rappaport got really pissed that somebody said, let's take his shield away. Which, in all fairness, I would also be pissed too. You would be pissed if somebody took your shit away, right?
Yeah,
because now I'm up for murder.
I just wouldn't do what Michael does.
I would also not.
You're really glossing over some things there.
No, Michael is. We're going to get into Michael a little bit more later in the pod, but he is so unhinged in these two episodes.
He's just a shitster piece of shit motherfucker. Like, he is just trying to get everyone to see his side and get under their skin at the same time, which does not work.
But this is what kind of pisses me off is because what happens is you have people like Colton, who is I am going to herd everybody. He goes up to everybody. He's like, hey, I'm going to take a shot tonight. Hey, I'm going to take a shot. Oh, hey, I need everybody to bring it on home.
Which I would say is very poor gameplay.
No, it's such poor gameplay. Just, I don't know what that was. Hold on. I don't know what the hell that was.
Like a hiccup burp.
Yeah.
And how'd it taste?
It wasn't burp. Yeah, which is just poor gameplay. And so Colton is like, hey, I'm just going to take a shot. And it's Tiffany. Which
I was not understanding where that was coming from at all.
Because she was just like, all right, hey, what we're going to do is we're going to get Michael, we're going to get Ron, we're going to get, I forgot who else was last. Just because you have a strategy, and that's why the entire round table with Tiffany, I was like, yes, girl, yes, defend your shit. Because she was, Colton, because I'm smarter than you. Obviously, because I'm thinking 3 steps ahead instead of just the next step. Well, I'm the bad guy.
And that's the thing. Tiffany is a big brother. She's a strategist. She's a game player.
Yes.
And like, that's the thing is like these... I truly think this is one of the only shows on TV right now that like show like different sides of these reality shows, because like you have the game players who, if you're not paying attention, the traitors are going after. They're going after the game players. They're leaving all the dum-dums around, which is smart. And honestly, I'm surprised that Rob, Lisa, and Candace came up with this plan.
I'm actually very surprised.
I'm shocked.
Because every season I've been like, why are we not going after the gamers first? And this is the first season that we're like, gamer, all the gamers are out.
Yeah, no, and it's like it's smart, but now that like
Jam Jam.
But now the faithfuls are doing it for them.
I know. I love Jam Jam.
Like the traitors are playing such a good game. I love Jam Jam in Survivor. I love Jam Jam now.
Jam Jam. If I had to choose my favorite person right now, it's definitely Jam Jam. Jam Jam's hilarious. He's funny. Like he is. I did not care for the cry though. How he cried that he was up for murder. I was like, bro, come on. Like,
oh, so you understand when Michael screams and throws a hissy fit and acts like a fool, but if somebody sheds a tear, that's too much?
yeah, I would vote somebody out. I'd be like, that's fake. That's fake.
I'm like Office looking at the camera. Yeah. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I would vote somebody out.
What's
crying that you're up for murder?
Who's
crying over being up for murder?
Who's throwing a hissy fit level tantrum that the likes of which we've never seen?
Michael sucks. Like, that's the thing. Like, we all get it.
And a gay boy can't cry.
Yeah, facts.
You just don't. So this is what we're gonna get into a little bit, and what we're gonna talk about. People don't trust queer people, and they don't trust their emotions, and they don't trust them.
No, if it was a woman, if it was a man, or like a straight man, would not care. Why nobody else has cried this entire season, and then
first of all,
you're up for murder.
First of all, it's episode 5, and last season people were swearing on their children,
which is. Again, would not do.
So like,
would not do. That's why crying is just another tactic to make me feel bad for you to think, oh, you're faithful.
But
I'm just telling you, if I was playing, I would clock that and be like, nah, you're going over the top for this.
You hate sincerity.
Yes, I do.
Which is like so interesting, just because like Michael is obviously not. Like he is being sincere.
He is definitely being
but he's
sincere.
not coming across as sincere. But you think that a tear, this is straight men bullshit.
On a game show we're crying over? Yes. Because here's the difference between Jam Jam and Tiffany. Because when Tiffany was at that round table actually crying because she's like, I need the money to pay for my son. It's called like I'm actually using this money for something. And that's what I really felt real bad for Tiffany.
See, but in a game like this, that's what I don't care about that.
Did Tiffany win Big Brother?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Jam won Survivor. So he already got some money.
Yeah, but it all went to taxes. But you also have Real Housewives there who are crying.
And I don't care for it. I don't care for none of the crying. But
I like how, real quick, in last segment, he was talking about how he was like, oh, I've been crying a lot more lately. I cried in the last movie. And then next segment, I don't trust criers.
I don't trust
Almost
criers.
like queers there. I heard it.
Bro, I'm not Michael.
I heard it. You're just defending him at all costs. You're just defending him at all costs for some reason.
No, I'm not. But anyway, so I really felt bad for Tiffany because she really tried to sell herself out there. And everybody was just believing Colton over nothing. Colton had no evidence, no anything substance.
But here's where I think that the nail in the coffin was Eric.
God.
Eric, because no one was really buying what Colton was selling. Yeah. I truly believe until Eric was like, "I make money off of my music," and I heard that laugh. And to be honest, it was probably Candace's, and it was definitely Candace. Like it was probably Candace's, and like I could. But then like if I'm like Eric, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, if it wasn't Tiffany, who the fuck could it have been? Yeah. But I feel like he was just like, no, and I was wrong.
I was just wrong. No. I'm not gonna lie. Like Eric,
he's just so sweet.
Eric is a sweet boy.
He's a sweet little boy. He has no idea what he's doing. He was like a singer-songwriter. I've never heard of this man in my life. Never heard of Eric. He's so sweet and so cute, and I want to stick him in a cage. Yeah. But
okay, going back to slaves earlier. Yeah. I love though the battle of Ron versus what's the girl from Love Island?
Mora,
bro.
Oh,
Mora was pissed.
I love Mora.
Mora's like, if you put my name in anything, go fuck yourself.
Okay, like, Mora and Robert, there's something going on there.
Oh my god, yes.
And
yes. She's always like, pick me up.
Yeah,
She's always
yeah. Oh, like he runs down and picks up Mora. Meanwhile, Dorinda is hoofing it and dying. This poor old woman. And he's like, here, let me pick up the hot 27-year-old thing. She needs help, not the old woman dying on the side of the road.
Yeah, no, Ron.
Fucking fake valor.
Now we're just like in Ron thirst trap time. it's just like let's just show more Ron. Let's just show
Rob.
Let's just show more Rob nonstop. And you know what?
It's kind of working.
It's definitely working.
I definitely do like him a lot more than I used to. Yeah. But I did see so many tweets that are like, because he wore his overalls and in the 5th episode.
Yeah.
Wore his overalls, and everyone's like, I feel like I'm about to go watch him gaslight the fuck out of Leah again. And everyone's sitting there being like, I can't wait for someone to accuse him, but there's no pools for him to jump into.
Yeah. God, part of me wants to rewatch that.
He's gonna have to go jump into the lock.
So Tiffany got voted out, which again unanimously. And I felt real bad for Tiffany. She was a faithful, of course. And then Colton's like, well, I just put a
big target on my back.
Tiger on my back. And,
yeah, you did, Colton.
And then Colton goes in next day like, we're getting somebody else out, like blah blah blah. Like that's the part that I really don't fuck with Colton like that in this season.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people talking online right now about the fact that Colton was a risky choice to begin with.
Yes.
And he's getting this Pilot P Dylan Efron edit right now where he's like trying to lead the charge and like be like the guy, but like nobody's buying it. No. Nobody at home is buying it.
Nobody at home is buying it because they do a Traitors chat where all the traders are like.
Also, if you bring up the fact that you play football one more fucking time,
I don't care.
And you didn't
or
really.
That you're gay. Like I really don't.
Like
care.
I'm pretty sure you've played like one season less than football than him.
Yes, bro.
Like.
But again, so I guess what happened was he was in the chat. That they do that during the episodes that everybody comments. Like Jam's in there, Tiffany's in there, like they're all in there,
like like an IG live or something,
like a live version. And basically, when that Tiffany episode kind of aired, and they were trying to like, hey, Colton left, just left the chat in general, because he thought he was going to get a better edit.
Why? I think these bitches in their edits. First of all, remember what you say. Second of all, say
that again. I think that's number 1 and 2.
Just remember what you say. But truly, like, I just don't understand. Like, he really thinks that people just like forgot about what he did and who he was, and he was just like gonna make this grand entrance as like this hot gay guy.
Well, remember when you go gay, everything before that doesn't count.
Yeah, stalking. And we talked about it a little last time, but it's just like it's like diva, like maybe
restraining order is crazy. We let a guy with a restraining order go on national TV. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But again, once you come out, none of that
well,
matters.
and what's crazy is like the other gays are like kind of disappearing really quick, and then but we're still keeping Colton around for some reason.
No, because he's definitely getting the golden boy edit.
He's getting I swear there's some producers telling them that he can't be touched or something because. I mean, I get why the Traitors are keeping him around because he makes a good shield.
Yeah.
But like as faithfuls.
So here's the thing: the next night, they kill Monet, which
the Traitors kill Monet, which
R.I.P.
Yeah, gotta get rid of any queer people of color instantly.
Okay, but the reason is because Monet was clocking that it was Lisa.
Yes.
100%.
And he told the wrong person because he told Candace, didn't he?
He told Candace.
It be your own people. It be your own people,
man.
He thought he was safe with her.
Yes. Again, that's the thing about Traitors. It's like you really can't trust anybody.
And what's crazy is it would have been bad if he was in a group. If he was like, hey, to 3 or 4 people. If he was like, hey, I think that Lisa, because then he would have like been able to like suss it out. Like they would have.
It's Lisa. Oh, Candace was the only other person there, so therefore, boom.
Yes, but we don't have that because he trusted Candace, and you can't trust anyone. You got to plant seeds. You got to plant seeds around.
I'm not gonna lie, you can't trust black women in this show. There's been a black woman traitor in every season, right?
Well, kind of. Well, and that's why I feel like so many like black people get voted out real quick.
Yeah.
Because either by the Traitors or by the faithfuls, because if you take like stock, like the fact that Donna Kelsey got out in the first few nights is crazy to me. Portia, Tiffany,
Monet, like dang, like.
I mean, and then you look back at other seasons.
They trying to get out Ron.
If you look back at other seasons, Peppermint, she was the first one. She was the first one out, and then Bob the Drag Queen didn't make it very far either. No.
Bob was trying to do too much. Though.
Bob was trying to.
That
was a little bit on him, a little bit on him. But I mean, at that point, we hadn't really seen a traitor go out that soon.
No, and so Monet's gone. Everybody, at breakfast is just sad and blah blah blah. I was sad Monet was gone too.
Because Monet's
good TV.
That's a thing. When we talk about like they're taking out all the black people, they're taking out all the smart people. They're taking out the people who are clocking shit.
Which is what you should be doing.
It's good gameplay. It's good gameplay from the Traitors' perspective. But I mean, it's sad. It's still sad to see. It is sad. Sad to see Monet go, but fucking Michael's
Johnny's still there.
Johnny adds to this show.
Bro, Johnny adds to the show, adds nothing at all to anything else. Except for what we're about to get into in a little bit. So basically after that, we go to the next challenge, which is the Fountain Challenge. Here's my thing, okay? So the premise of this one was, hey, if nobody gets shields, then we're all good, okay? But if one person gets shields, then the murderers get to kill that night.
Mm-hmm.
When they found one statue and there's just one shield, I would have been like, no, let's not touch the shield. Let's not touch the shield. We're not doing it. But at the end, when picked up the statue, there's 4. I took it. I would have took it.
I know you would have.
I would have, in a heartbeat, would have took it.
It's because you're a bad person.
Especially if I'm Colton in that situation, I'm taking it.
But he's safe either way if nobody takes it.
You don't know that because he's getting the good boy edit.
He's getting golden boy edit. No. I mean, everyone's safe. If nobody takes the shield, everyone is safe.
But again, do I trust others? No. I would. So, would you rather take the chance?
No, because I think that makes you look more guilty than I think.
But the whole team is taking it. It's all 4 of us.
But you still look guilty. All 4 of you look guilty, but you still look guilty, and you're putting a bigger target on your back. I think it's a poor decision.
So you would have done it?
No.
Okay.
Not in Colton. Especially in Colton. If I was Johnny Weir, yes. If I was Colton, no.
Okay, but it was like what? Lisa was in his group. Colton was in that group. I think Candace.
I think Candace was in that group too.
Yes.
But there was one other person. I can't remember who it was.
I think it was a guy. I think it was Johnny. Was it not Johnny?
I don't think it was. Because I'm pretty sure Johnny was like helping Mora, not Dorinda and all them.
Yeah. It was another guy though. Because I remember him talking to a guy.
But it wasn't a traitor.
Again, if I saw 4, all of us taking it.
No, because that is what you're going to get such a target on your back.
Hey, I would have took it. I would be like, all 4 of us can't be traitors. Hey, I'm a
and this is why you're wrong. Because you're playing a stupid game.
I would have been safe. I wouldn't die. But I wouldn't have died.
For one night, you have to think past just tonight.
Hey.
And you're not. You're not in this. Your head's not in the game.
And so we don't know who took any of those shields. They have not released that. We've got to find out in episode 6. But then we go into the craziest moment of the season so far. And that is Colton versus Michael Rappaport. And
neither of them were prepared for that argument.
And here's the thing. It got to a point where it's just like, I was definitely on Michael's side. And then there was a point where it's like, I don't want to be on Michael's side anymore.
Which is so funny because it took you that long to be like, wait, maybe Michael isn't a great guy.
Okay, no. I know he's not a great guy, but I will admit this. He's the best part of the show. He brought drama. He brought drama and entertainment to the show. Don't tell me you're not fucking laughing in episode 5 because of him.
I was not laughing.
You
laugh at that behavior?
When Colton and Michael were in the kitchen and Colton's like calling him a traitor, and then Michael just starts fucking screaming after. I was dying laughing.
Yes.
I was laughing the whole time.
Poor and more emotional regulation does not Give me my jollies.
It makes good TV.
It makes. I know
you watch as much shows as you watch. Poor emotional decisions makes what reality TV much better, and we all know it.
No, emotional regulation, as in this man just starts screaming.
Yes,
and I don't like.
So you don't like Real Housewives?
I don't watch the Real Housewives.
No, I do not.
Jordan, I don't watch the Real Housewives. This is like a whole thing that I have to like argue about all the time.
Yes. See, I like drama, and to be honest,
but there's a difference between drama and screaming like a child.
I think you can. I think screaming as a child causes drama. Some drama doesn't require screaming like a child. But I do enjoy screaming drama that's not happening in my life.
But that's not the drama I like. I like quick, witty comebacks and like bitchiness. And it might
But then they fight.
And it might get loud, but like
you like a fight?
Sure. But
fisticuffs instead
of not a physical fight. An argument, but like he's just screaming.
Like fights, man? What are we doing, man?
No.
You're boring. Anyway,
I'm sorry, I have taste.
I like drama. I like people fighting because why else do I watch the show? Just to see if Colton gets the bad guy or not? No. I need to see the arguments. Portia, comebacks, Tiffany, comeback. Tiffany ate Colton on that fucking table.
Yeah, and I like that.
Ate him. Love it.
I like that.
Love it.
But I don't like what Michael's doing.
You know what? I don't like what Michael did at the round table.
No, I don't like any of it. I don't like any of it. No, this motherfucker texts me at the beginning of the episode. He's like, I love Michael. And he like calls me at the end because he's like, I have to like preface this with I didn't see what he said prior and started like kind of making homophobic remarks. Sorry about that.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, Joe's blasted me out, but I 100% texted this.
But like, you like Michael.
I was like, I like Michael, and I straight up was like, because of all the shit he's stirring and all the drama he's causing, I like Michael. And then immediately when it gets to the round table, I have to call him, and I'm like, hey, you haven't got there yet. I want you to know when I said I love Michael, it wasn't this part.
So that preface to say, when we did get to the round table, when we did get to Colton, really just kind of like going after Michael hard. Michael, and what's kind of crazy is like, I like looking back at it, I don't think like he really, really meant it. Do you think there was some of that inherently involved in the way he said it? It's just the way he said it.
It is kind of the way, I'll agree with you on the way he said it. Cause like originally, it played. And so again, Michael is just saying that you would be the best to keep a secret to Colton.
Which based off what? Based off what we know of him. And what do we know of him after 3 days in the fucking castle? Nothing, except for the fact that he's the gay bachelor.
And so I'm thinking like, I understood of like, oh, as in Colton's just a good liar. Like,
but why would he know that?
Because Colton comes off like that way. Like Colton comes off that he could lie, he could keep a secret
because he's gay.
But
he's gay and we can't trust him.
And then that's what everybody started to say. Oh, you think I'm good to keep a secret because I kept a secret for 29 years? And I'm like, whoa, that's a jump. And then I was like. And then Johnny jumped in as well. My wife,
he heard it too.
And then my wife was like, I was like, Michael's a piece of shit because he said that. I was like, Michael did not say that. And then she was like, yeah, he did. I rewinded, hit play, and I was like, see, he did not say that at all.
But even in the thing, it was implied. There were implications, and it's just the way he said it.
I would 100%. I don't think it was implied or anything like that, but the way he said it definitely comes off that way.
Well, and it's just one of those things. Like he may not have actually like in the moment meant it, but it came across that way. And perception's reality, babe.
No, facts.
And like, and
facts.
we're in reality TV, so it's all about how you're perceived. And like. When I did see it, I was like, yeah. Like I I can see an argument to be made on the other side, but at the end of the day, bitch still said it.
Yeah.
And he said it that way.
Yeah. No.
Which like, and again, my whole thing is, well, calling Colton a good liar, what basis do we have to go off on that?
I think, but again, is Michael Rappaport going off any basis? like, if we're being honest, Michael's just screaming and shouting, conniving,
which unfortunately,
conniving,
commiserating Colton. And when Rob from Love Island has to correct your vocabulary and be like, that's not what commiserating means. Like, yes. And it's not.
So that's why I'm like, Michael has no basis for anything. He's just saying whatever he has to say.
But I think that kind of like did play into it because he sounds like a homophobic piece of shit. So it came across as homophobia, which. And unfortunately, this is the one time where there were other actual queer people to stand up for the queer person in the room. Because
shout out Johnny,
because in seasons past, like and this is what I was talking about earlier, like, and we kind of talked about it a little bit of just like there is a stereotype that queer people cannot be trusted. They are lying, they are conniving, they're not commiserating because that's not what that means. Yeah. But that we're lying, that we have this agenda, the gay agenda. We're trying to turn all your kids trans and gay and all this stuff, and so like there is that placed on us as a society. And so I think that he just really did touch, and why I think this game is really hard for queer people is because it really does touch on those stereotypes, and especially queer people of color like Monet, who like I said, Peppermint, Bob the Drag Queen, out, like these straight white people are not playing with it. And so now that there's multiple queer people in the room, they can kind of defend each other for once. And that's nice to see.
Like Jam came in, Johnny came in.
I'm pretty sure Kristen came in too. And she's like, it's just like one of those, she's like, no, this is like how, like, and again, he didn't say you've kept a secret for the past 29 years, but why would Colton be the one that's best at keeping a secret? In what world could that have meant anything else other than you're right, he might have just been saying shit, but he said it to the wrong fucking person, which is bad gameplay.
It was bad gameplay, and that's why everybody was like, we're just voting Michael out. I do think Michael is one of the worst faithfuls.
I think they were just sick of him.
They definitely were sick of him, which if I was in that house, I would also be sick of him.
Because like even with what Eric said, he's like, even if you're not a faithful, you are the most distracting faithful. And for that reason, we have to remove you from the situation.
But what's the crazy thing is, if you think about it, they hated Michael so much that they were willing to, I might die tonight and I don't care.
Well, because we've seen interviews and shit, and Portia came out on an interview being like, that was the edited down version.
Oh, really?
Like, well, not on like his, but like when she was at the table with him.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
She was like, that was an edited down version. Like everything I've seen about Michael, they're like, these are good edits.
Oh my God.
So I'm real curious as to
how crazy was he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said he's going to run for mayor.
I'm sure he is because he hates Mom Donnie.
But I really do think, again, I understand how bad and toxic Michael was in that house. I get it. But they really did just give up an opportunity to even try, which in this game, it's like, again, you don't know.
But a lot of them did believe that he was a traitor.
There's no way I would ever believe that he is a traitor. There's no indication at all that would give me, no, he's an idiot. I would think, no, he's too dumb. Unless like Rob C said, unless he is top tier game manipulator, he's just a dumb faithful. But
he could be either one. And it's better to know than not.
Michael Rappaport does not come off to me as an elite, smart tier kind of guy.
And an elite, smart tier kind of person would not come to you acting like that. Somebody who comes up to you acting smarter than you is because they're trying to prove something.
I don't know why Michael Rappaport even got on this show, to be honest.
Well, the same reason Ron Perlman did. Yeah, see.
But see, like, Ron has shows.
Not like reality though.
Huh?
Does he do reality?
No, not reality. But he can do stand up. Like he does stand up. He does a lot of like animation, voiceovers and stuff like that.
I think Michael got on the show because he's a Real Housewives super fan, and he like he like commentates at BravoCon and stuff.
Yes.
I think that's why he got on.
Oh my God. Yeah, they definitely made a mistake. Because again, I like knowing Michael Rappaport way before this, I knew he was going to be crazy. And yeah, no, he was definitely a very toxic person that should not have been there. And I definitely
But you loved him.
I love toxicity in these kind of shows. I love that. But I definitely do think you're right that he said the wrong thing to the wrong person at the wrong time, which definitely makes it come off a little homophobic. So
he rolled his dice and he got snake eyes.
So right now we still have 3 traitors. All 3. None of them have been suspected at all, except for Colton at the end. It was like, because everybody's starting to think it's Colton. But Colton, I think, brought up the biggest point. Is Lisa always this quiet?
Yes.
I was like, thank you. Finally, Lisa. Like, I don't watch Real Housewives either.
But this is what I was saying.
Like Lisa definitely comes off to me as I talk nonstop kind of person.
She does.
And she's quiet. She's not talking or anything. I'm like, why have we not picked this up? But is Colton really going to go at bat for another person for the 3rd time?
He's got to.
I would lay low. You gotta lay low.
He's got to like push some other people that way. But I know that he's gonna fucking go to Rob.
He's gonna go to Rob.
He's gonna go to Rob because he's gonna be like, you have eyes I can trust.
Yes.
He's like, can you actually put your overalls back on?
Actually, nah. You can leave them off. Yeah, you can leave them off. No. So tell us, what do you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to win?
God, it's anyone's game at this point.
It really is.
At this point, I'm like, I think Rob is like in the lead.
No, I actually do think Rob might win it. Who's the girl from Survivor?
And she's like kind of crazy. Like she's just game focused.
She's buff.
Stephanie?
She's buff.
I'm blanking on her name.
Every time I look at her, I'm like, look at those arms and look at like she got pecs. I was just like, go girl.
And she's laser focused.
She's all about the game. She's all about the game, which that would be me. But I'm very competitive.
But I don't know, in a group like this, like you got to play the social game more.
Because again, when you have people like Johnny's not competitive, Moira's not competitive, like Lisa's not competitive. Like you have a bunch of people you're playing with that are not competitive. So therefore, you have to, like you said, I got to do more of the social game just to get an edge on some.
So who do you think's winning this social game right now? Traitor and Faithful. I'm curious.
Ooh, I think Rob.
Comment below.
I think Rob.
But who's the Faithful playing the best game? I think it's
Eric?
Johnny, and I
Eric
think
and Johnny.
But Eric's throwing names out, and Eric's because he's the one who got Tiffany out.
Yeah,
and he's also the one who helped push for Michael out.
Yeah,
he's like speaking up for people, but not about the things that are part of the game.
But that's going to get him killed.
You're not wrong.
I would randomly kill Johnny. Johnny's figure skater partner,
Kristen. Yeah,
she has an. Oh, is that Kristen? Or Kristen's the chef. She's from Top Chef.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
What is her?
Kristen's starting to clock it though.
Yeah.
Kristen's starting to clock it.
I have a feeling Kristen's going to be out pretty soon.
I love Kristen. I like hands down love.
Have it on good intel that the Seattle lesbians are very in love with Kristen.
Yeah, no,
that is a woman.
Yeah, no.
I'm blanking on her name because I don't know why I thought it was Kristen.
Yeah, no. But anyway, tell us, who do you guys think is going to win? Who's playing a terrible game right now besides Michael? We all know he is.
Well, he's out.
He's out. So,
who's going to start the next fight? That's the real question.
Ooh, Ron. And so next week, we're going to talk. There's only one episode that's going to come out next week.
So it won't take as long.
God. But I need more. I'm done. I want to binge.
You're such a greedy little.
I am very greedy.
It's disgusting.
But that's the end of our show. Tell us, what do you guys think? Any movies you want us to see? Any other TV show, reality TV shows that we should talk about on a weekly? I know the next show that I don't really want to talk about has to do with HBO and a little bit of Game of Thrones kind of vibe.
The next show I want to talk about has to do with Mar-a-Lago.
Even better.
Which is also kind of Game of Thrones vibes.
Yes.
It's old, creepy men doing horrible things to teenagers. Anyway.
Oh, man. Do we just love Florida? Anyway.
Florida. It's one hell of a drug.
My name's Jordan.
And I'm Joe.
And this is Double Trouble